story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed.
I don't want my phone to have such power over me anymore. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you enjoyed that little cinematic roll I did at the beginning. Basically, this video is going to be about an entire month I went without Netflix or social media. Society is run by the constant need to have our device with us. Most of us can't even leave the house without having our phone on us. It's an addiction and it's become a habit. We constantly look at our phone, we look at our screen to see what notifications we have, and just the little dings, they're like little triggers to our brain. I have grown up in a generation that relies on technology. My older siblings, they had iPods before I even knew what they were. And so instantly when I saw my brother playing things like Sunday Lawn, if you ever played that, it was an old app, and I instantly thought, wow, like I want one of these, this is so cool. So when I saved up all my allowance, I was finally able to purchase my first device, which was an iPad mini. I was so excited to get this. I remember the day it arrived, I unboxed it and I just started downloading all these fun games. It became something that consumed a lot of my time. Obviously I was outdoors less and I hung out with my friends less, because that's sort of what technology does to us. But in a lot of ways, the iPad mini allowed me to express who I am, because as you know, I'm a YouTuber. I love making videos and taking pictures, and so an iPad mini, it allowed me to do that. It gave me the resources to edit videos. It really allowed me to discover my love for filmmaking. So in a lot of ways, it wasn't harmful. I downloaded Netflix. I started carrying my iPad around with me every day, all the time. Anytime I was doing something, I would multitask by watching Netflix along with it, and I quickly binged many TV shows, many movies, and that just sort of became a routine for me. And I have watched Netflix while eating breakfast, brushing my teeth, anything, even homework, and it's kind of a big distraction. Like, it's impossible for your brain not to want to look at what's going on while it's doing something else. It's really hard to multitask while still being productive and concentrating. Giving your full focus to both things is virtually impossible. I downloaded Instagram, created my first ever social media account, and it was called Sarah_cool_cat. And I was posting like crazy on that thing. Like, gosh, after I began using Instagram, I was hooked. I discovered things like YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, all those social medias, and it's sort of like a train. Once you have one social media, you sort of get into the others. Once you're connected to the online world, you're in there forever, unless you truly commit to getting rid of all your devices, which I think is extremely difficult because you're hooked, like you're addicted once you've got it. Why kids are constantly on their phone, looking on Snapchat, and it's so silly that we value a device more than things that really matter, like our family and experiences and outdoors and travel and guitar and music and all these valuable things that we don't even pay attention to anymore. The thing about these platforms is that they're literally designed to be addictive.
We now know that many of the major social media companies hire individuals called attention engineers who borrow principles from Las Vegas casino gambling, among other places, to try to make these products as addictive as possible.
The people who put different algorithms, they have designed it so that your brain wants to keep scrolling, it wants to keep tapping and getting that like and getting that comment and getting that squirt of dopamine, because it makes you feel good. Dopamine is our brain's pleasure juice. A little kick, a little high when you get a new notification. I actually didn't get my first phone until my 15th birthday. And I grew up where everybody else had phones, they were able to call each other, and I never had the opportunity. Obviously I was lucky because I was able to afford my iPad mini, but I always still felt like I was behind everybody else. Now I look at that as such a blessing. Like, thank goodness my parents waited till I was 15 to give me a phone, because it's not a necessity. It's not something you need before you reach high school, and maybe not even something you need in high school. I feel like I couldn't go without it now, but maybe that's just because I'm addicted. We always want to be busy, and we don't want to look like we're doing nothing, which is why everybody pulls out their phones in the halls, and it's really sad because I feel that way too. I want to look busy. It makes us feel like we have purpose. So a while back I discovered the screen time page, and I was shocked. I was spending over 3 hours a day maybe on my phone, and I just thought that was crazy. Like, we spend so much time wasting it on our phones. We don't even know it. The hours just pass by and we don't even realize that we've been sitting there distracted, mindlessly going through the posts. It's insane. Because I was so blown away by the amount of time I was on my phone, I knew that I had to make a change. So I started restricting my time. I did an hour on social media per day, an hour on YouTube per day, and that at first was really difficult. And it took a while to develop the habit to finally say, yep, your time limit is up, put your phone down. My weekly average was 3 hours and 45 minutes per day, with a total of 26 hours and 15 minutes. So I just looked it up, and the average American adult spends about 86 hours a month on their phone. 86 hours a month. That's like over 4 hours a day. In a week, I spent 6 hours and 15 minutes on social media and a total of 47 pickups per day. I wanted to challenge this. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to develop some control and some discipline. So I committed right then. I was gonna go 30 days without any social media and no Netflix. So my detox began by deleting all the apps off my phone. At first, I decided to keep YouTube because I didn't think that it had that addictive effect on me like the others did, but after the first 2 weeks, I decided I needed to delete that as well because I started resorting to YouTube, and that just ended up wasting my time the same way. So the first things I noticed during this detox was that my house is really quiet. I had so much free time I wasn't using. I was fully present with whatever I was doing. And it sounds cheesy, but I was so in tune with my thoughts and feelings throughout the day. The first time I ate without a screen in years, I found that I was full faster and I didn't go for that second slice. When I was bored, I found myself picking up my phone and scrolling through the pages for no reason, searching for that high of dopamine that wasn't there. I finally started to feel inspired. I was doing things worth my time. Imagine a world where news wasn't shared immediately, where you had to wait for the Sunday Post or program to come on TV, or where it had to be sent through a letter and you couldn't receive a text immediately. The anticipation, the excitement is gone. The second week, I started to feel relief. I had escaped the constant checking, the aftermath of sitting on my phone for hours wondering where the day went. I was living. We went away as a family for a week with no service. I got to enjoy the outdoors with no distraction. My phone has basically lived in the trailer. I even shut it off completely at one point because I just haven't needed it at all. I found that the more I wanted to quit this challenge, to just give in and use the internet, use social media, the more important it became for me to resist the urge. Now it has officially been a whole month, and I barely even check social media anymore. Maybe like once at the end of the day, I'll give it a quick scroll. But I feel so proud to say that this has honestly changed my perspective. It's such a trivial part of our lives, and what really matters is the living, breathing people around you. Your passions, what sets your soul on fire. Not having social media, not having your phone on you all the time, doesn't make you less worthy. It it just makes you smarter. I hope this didn't get too deep for you guys, but it's something I'm very passionate about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who is super addicted to their phone, super distracted, send this video to them and maybe they'll have an awakening. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video. Peace. I'm on an island here and there's snakes everywhere and ginormous slugs. Hopefully I'll make it out alive.